All right, I'm doing a check one, check two. People always say that people like being behind the scenes. You know
Hmm.
that?
Yeah. Hmm.
And okay, so now that I've done this, now I'm going to my phone to make sure that I hit the broadcast button. Have you ever did this? I always ask guests this question. Have you ever got started doing a broadcast and forgot to hit the go live button or forgot to hit the
Uh,
record button?
yeah. Yes, I have, and thought I was live.
It thought you. Okay, so I think we're live. You can go to my page. We can check because then we can share it from there.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm on there now.
you check and make sure. Okay.
Yeah,
So
we're live.
all right, for those folks that tell me that we're live, at least she's saying we can see. If you're out there right now, for those folks that are joining, maybe you've had this experience where you've gone live or you did a recording and you had no one let you know if they could hear you or not. And that can be frustrating sometimes. That can be a challenge. So do me a favor as you're out there and you're listening right now and you're watching, do me a favor, go over, look below the video, and just write, we can hear you. Put Shay, we can hear you. Daniella, I got that right? Daniella?
Daniela.
I got that. Daniela, we can hear you. Because at first I got to make sure I get her name right. That'll help out. And secondly, Daniela. Isn't that something? You would think I practiced beforehand, and I did. And you think I would get that right. So I appreciate that. Today's a special day for a number of folks because, okay, let me go here. Oh, you got Raymond Ray on the house. Raymond Ray is in the house. Man, you bring out the all-stars. Cheryl
Come
Graham is on here.
Raymond.
Tanisha Webb is on here. Tasha Tillman, what's up? She's in the house, by the way. All right, do me a favor. Hey, do me a favor. Look right below the video. All right, Raymond Ray says, we can hear you. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you. Tasha
Yes.
says, we can hear you. CF Jacob says, what's up, what's up, what's up? We can hear you. All right. Classy Robinson said, we can hear you. But
Yes.
Danielle, can you do a mic check? Because they can hear me, and I'm coming through loud and clear. Can you say hello to the people that are out there?
Hey, everybody. Hey, can you guys hear me? Let me know. Give me some thumbs up. Give me some love. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
All right,
Can
so
you hear me, Shay?
you got to do a mic check, mic check. Don't you know about mic check, mic check?
You know I come. You know I come unique, authentic. Mic check. Mic check. Can you hear me?
It's that Chicago. You
That's
are
that.
from Chicago. Oh God.
That's that rebellion in me in Chicago.
Rose Walker, we got Chicago in the house. Okay, Raymond Ray
Yes.
says, we hear you, Daniela. That's
Good
cool.
stuff.
Franz Condi is on the line, by the way. Rose Walker's in the house. Stephanie Smith is in the house. Sharon Dykes, the hearts. They're giving the likes. All right, they can hear. We're coming through loud and clear. So with that being
Good stuff.
said, we're going to get started. Can we officially kick off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kick it off.
Please go ahead and give a big standing ovation for
check.
the one and the only Shay Brown.
Every morning in Africa, a gazelle wakes up and it knows it must outrun the fastest lion or be killed and eaten. Also, every morning in Africa, a lion wakes up and knows it must outrun the slowest gazelle or it will starve to death. You've heard it before. It doesn't matter whether you're a lion or a gazelle. When the sun comes up, you better be what? You better be running. That's right. You better be running. Life is about meaning, and meaning is about service. Isn't that the reason why we're all here? Isn't that what we're all searching for? 2013, the Peak Performance Institute was created. 5,000 clients who we've helped turn their idea into a reality, their reality into a business, their business into a movement, impacting 5.7 million lives around the world. Imagine that! My name is Shay Brown, the Happy Entrepreneur, and welcome to the Happy Entrepreneur Network, the world's largest organization for the well-being of an entrepreneur. And as we always say, our mission at the Happy Entrepreneur Network, our mission is to inspire, empower, and provide resources for the entrepreneur to live a balanced life and execute their vision for the people they were called to serve. And our mantra, I love our belief. Everyone should have a belief statement. Our belief is the results that show up in your life are just as important as the results that show up in your bank account. With that being said, let's get started. Let's get started. One of the things I like about that, for those folks that are joining in, we got none other than the Daniella Coffey on the other line, on the other side. Hey, Daniella, what's going on?
Hey, Shay, what's happening? How are you?
Man, we are moving in the fast lane. We got the pedal to the metal. We're full steam ahead. You know, there was a quote that I mentioned in there in that opening where I said, every morning in Africa, a gazelle wakes up and it knows it must run. A lion knows it must run. The punchline was, it doesn't matter whether you're a lion or a gazelle. When the sun comes up, you better be what? Running. Take a moment and talk about why it's important to hit the ground running as an entrepreneur, as a woman, as a professional, as a child of God. Why is it important every single morning when your feet hit that ground to be ready to be running? Talk about that for a moment, if you will.
This is going to be some good stuff. First, can I say thank you, Raymond? Thank you, Sharon. They comment to me on my voice. I appreciate that. So listen, let me tell you, why is it important? Why is it so important to hit the ground running? Because there's power in your movement. Come on. There is power in movement. You never see anything grow stagnant. Come on. There's power in movement. Now, I'm a faith-based entrepreneur. Okay, so I'm going to always put faith in this thing. There is power in movement. The Bible says, as they went, they were healed. So movement creates power and movement creates momentum. So nobody knows about you if you ain't moving. Come on. It's just real talk.
I love that. There's power in the movement. Hey, Mimi, as you're joining on. Hey, Saucony Prince. Hey, Tori Montgomery. Hey, Dr. Kenneth Thigpen. Brenda Small is in the house. Lee Wilson is in the house. Sharon Dye is in the house. You brought Markeith in the house. Whenever you get Markeith to show up, you know it's going to be showtime, by the way. Doris Burks is out of Chicago, by the way. Doris Burks is representing Chicago. She says she's in the house. Look, everyone who's joining on, do me a favor. This is a very important day for a number of entrepreneurs, right? For some folks, today is going to come and go like it's no big deal. It's no big deal. But for others, it's July 1st. It's like a new mini January 1st. It's a new opportunity, new goals. But Daniella said something important. She said there is power in movement. There is power in movement. Do me a favor. For everyone that's joining on, I want you to look right below the video. Look right below the video and just write these words. There is power in movement. Write these words. There is power in movement. Go ahead and write these words right now. There is what? Power in movement. Now, as you write those words right below, there is power in movement. Now, Danielle, if we can, there's something I like to show when I get started. And it's very important on this day because this is a new opportunity, a new day. And I love to talk about something that my mentor taught me many years ago before I got started. And it's called the Champion's Creed. And this is very important to me. I like to start these shows off. I hope you're okay with that. You've got Emmerich Peace that joined on and watching. You know you're bad, Mama Jam. You got Lee Wilson. You got Jocelyn Hood is out there. Mimi's out there. Venus says there's power in the movement. Let me say this. If they're writing right below the video, there's power in the movement. There's something that was taught to me by my mentor. It's called Champion's Creed. And the Champion's Creed says, I'm not judged by the number of times I fail, but by the number of times I succeed. And the number of times I succeed is in direct proportion to the number of times I can fail and keep trying, and keep trying, and keep trying. Do me a favor. There's power in the movement. Can you take a moment for Brenda Small, who's writing out there, Alinda Reese, who's writing, Chevelle Scott, who put there's power in the movement. Can you just read the Champion's Creed? And then we're going to get started about this successful and sanctified. Because I got some inbox messages when I put that out there. So you're going to get me in trouble about this. But go ahead and read the Champion's Creed for me if you can.
Champion's Creed. I am not judged by the number of times I fail, but by the number of times I succeed. And the number of times succeed, the number of times succeed is in the direct proportion to the number of times I can fail and keep trying.
And keep trying, and keep trying, and keep trying. Look, someone out there who put there's power in movement, like a Venus Senior. Someone like C.F. Jackson who put there's power in movement. Do me a favor. Do me a favor. Take a moment, if you will, Daniella. Take a moment and talk about the power of keep on trying. We're going to get into hashtag successful and sanctified, because when I put that, some people said, hey, Shay, you talking about women of faith being entrepreneurs? I mean, what's she going to... Look, we're gonna get into that, because you start this whole movement that you can be successful and you can be sanctified. You don't have to give up your values. You don't have to give up your belief systems. But first, there's some women entrepreneurs. There's some men entrepreneurs out there, and they reach this part of the year, that halfway point, and they're telling themselves, wow, do I push to the finish line? Do I change my goals? Do I do something different? I've tried some things, Shay, and they just didn't work out. Look, this is not a motivational talk. We got some things we're going to teach you. But can you just talk about right now what it means to keep on trying? And for those folks that are out there, do me a favor. Hit the share button. Hit the heart button. Hit the like button. Do me a favor. Look right below the video. Look right below the video and just write, keep on going. Hashtag no matter what. Just put keep on going. Hashtag no matter what. The reason I want you to write those words right below, keep on, hashtag no matter what, is you're encouraging another single mom, another single dad, another person that's in a relationship right now and they're wondering, should I keep going? Should I not keep going? You're encouraging an entrepreneur that had a account that canceled on them, a deal that didn't go through, or they set some goals and they're halfway through and they haven't made it yet. So this is not for you. I want you to come on, Shay. I want you to help someone else. Here at the Happy Entrepreneurs Tribe, we don't believe in just pushing out information. We don't believe in just talking to you. We are a tribe, Colette Boston. We are a tribe, Classic Robinson. We are a tribe, Venus. We're a tribe people who work together. So take a moment if you can, Daniela. Talk about keep on going. Hashtag no matter what. And maybe you'll share a time in your life. And I know we're going to get into who you are and your great background, but you said, Shay, I'm here for the people today. Maybe you'll share a quick story of a time where you had to, keep on going. Hashtag no matter what. If that's even applicable to you. I don't know if it is or not, but Shavella said keep on going. Hashtag no matter what. Alyssa Mitchell is watching right now. Ingrid says keep on going. Hashtag no matter what. Jocelyn says keep on going no matter what. CF Jackson said keep on going.
Yes.
No matter what. Let me stop. I'm going to turn it over to you. Talk about that if you will.
Shay, this is so befitting for today because, come on, today is July 1st. Can we just celebrate? Today is July 1st. Now, this is just going to be real talk, real conversation. So I'm just telling you, if you're coming on here just to get the motivation, this is the real deal, okay? So the beginning of this year, January 1st, you know how we come in, we hurrah, hurrah. It's a new year. I'm excited. This is going to be my year. Things are going to be great. They're going to be better. I'm in it to win it. I'm going to make 50K. I mean, I had this whole plan for the beginning of the year. And guess what? January 2nd hit. Guess what? February 1st hit, and things just were not running the way that I thought it was going to run. Guess what? Depression set in. Guess what? My business started to slack, and I was investing money, and things seemed like they just weren't going the way that I thought they were going to go. So let me tell you something about coaching and about entrepreneurs. Whatever field you go in, you better know that you're going to become the experts by the amount of failure that you succeed in. Oh, that was good there. That was good.
Say it one more time.
Know that whatever field you're in, whatever you're coaching on, if you're coaching people on how to be confident, you're going to have a point in your life where you lacked confidence. If you're teaching people how to come out of depression, that means you experienced it if you want to become the expert in it. So you can't teach me from somewhere you haven't been. And I think that's what's happening is we're trying to teach from a place that we have not experienced. When you've been convicted of something, then you are convincing when you've been convicted. This is some good stuff.
Okay, when you've been convicted, you've been convinced. Say that one more time.
When you've been convicted. When you've been convicted of something, you can be convinced. You're convincing. So I have gone through this period of depression, and I never had depression in my life. I didn't know what it felt like. Many people talk about it. Many people say, you know what, girl, I was depressed last month, but I actually went through a period of depression. And now that I've come out of it, I'm so glad today is July 1st, because now that I've transitioned out of it, I'm able to coach some people on how to come out of depression. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So a lot of times I think what we do is we try to teach from a place that we're not the experts in.
Understand? One thing I'm hearing there, and I appreciate that. I'm looking here. Raymond says, see, this is what I'm talking about. You're on fire, which is very important. Lee Wilson, he shared this to 17 Facebook groups. Thank you for every one of you who hit the share button, for every one of you who paid this message forward. We're humble. We appreciate it. My promise to you that this will be a good use of your time. I promise to you, you're going to walk away with an idea that you can use. It's going to help you in your business. Eric Heitz is in the house. Thanks a lot for joining. Gloria Coleman says, keep on going no matter what. Lee Wilson's in the house. Loretta Botch. Hey, Loretta, thanks for joining. You rock. You got Tashika Green is on the line right now. Hey, Tashika, thanks for tuning in, by the way. Gloria Coleman is on the line. Thank you so much. J.S. Singh is in the house, by the way. You know what? You struck a chord, and we're going to get into this hashtag successful and sanctified. I can't wait to talk about that because I can't believe that I can't believe you're that bold to even mention that. That bold to mention that. Someone said, it's rare we see faith in business, so this is inspiring. We hadn't got started yet, by the way. I mean, we don't have a run sheet. I just thought I'd bring that out to her because as we were talking, I know that she does believe you can be hashtag successful and sanctified. For everyone that's watching right now, whether you're a believer or not, that's fine. If you're not a believer, this might not be for you, and that's okay. This show is not for everybody. This episode is not for everybody. But do me a favor. If you know that this is your year, if you know that this is your moment, if you know that you've been given a vision from someone above, that's God, a vision for the people you were called to serve, and that vision is just coming to you to go through you to someone else. If you know that's you and that's why you're in business, because of this vision you have, look right below the video. Don't do this for me. Don't do it for Daniella. But just write hashtag successful and sanctified. Now, we're going to talk about that, but look right below the video. If that's you, if you're in that number and you're called to do what you're called to do, and you're going to serve the calling that was given to you, and you're going to work and develop the gifts that was given to you so you can serve the people you were called to serve, then you look right below that video and you just put hashtag successful and sanctified. That's the movement that's been started. That's the creation that's happened. Hashtag successful and sanctified. That's right. You look right below the video, and you put hashtag successful and sanctified. And that's just a code. That's just a bat signal that someone else is watching and says, you know what? I'm in the number. No. I believe. No. You can count on me. No, it doesn't matter if someone else believes that I can be sanctified, successful. If someone else believes that I can be a woman and of faith and an entrepreneur, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You know that you know. If I can say it like that. But okay. Let me just add one point, and then we're going to get going. We're going to get started because I see Gloria Coleman put hashtag successful and sanctified. Jocelyn T. Hood put hashtag successful and sanctified. Brenda Small put hashtag successful and sanctified. She put hashtag successful and sanctified. No, she said it's possible. It's possible. You can be hashtag successful and sanctified. Tommy Jones put hashtag successful and sanctified. Alyssa put hashtag successful and sanctified. Yes, indeed, you can be. Now, I know you're going to talk about that. I know there's steps. I know there's beliefs that you have deep down. It doesn't matter what others think. Do me a favor. Maybe you want to tag someone else. And you can just hit the share button right now. And when you hit the share button, just put hashtag successful and sanctified. Like hit the share button. Pay this message forward. We believe in the giver's economy. And the giver's economy is the person that outgives the competition. Well, they out-earn the competition. So we believe in the giver's model. And tonight or this morning or this afternoon, whatever time it is for you, wherever you are in the world, one thing that I know about Daniella Coffey, she came to give. Audrey Hyman, thanks for joining. Thank all of you who are taking notes. All of our digital note takers right now, you know, we appreciate you taking notes on this digital board. Look. That is so important. I thank you. I know Daniella is very grateful for you doing that. And when you write those notes, you're paying to someone else. There's podcast listeners right now. They can't see. There's conference call folks listening. They can't see. This call is being syndicated through other platforms. But because of your notes, you're blessing someone else. Here's what I want you to know. This is just for you. This is for you. And I got to get over to my guest because she's over there right now. I got to get over to my guest. We got a show, boy. We got a lineup I can't wait to get to. But here's what I know. You remember back on January 31st, you were excited. There was going to be a new year, a new you, new relationships, the new way you're going to handle your money. You were going to go to the gym. You were going to go
Come
after
on.
new clients. You were going to learn new technology. You were going to improve in social media. You were going to improve your broadcast. It was a new you. And now we're right at that point. We're right there. That's why I couldn't think of a better time to have Daniella on than right now. And for some of you at this point, this halfway point right now, some of you, you're doing very well. And you want to keep the momentum going. You're like, Shay, I just need a little more rocket fuel. I'm far ahead. That's good. This is for you. And others, there's been some high highs and some low lows, or some high highs and some low lows. That's okay. And for others, life smacked you in the face like a ton of bricks. You're laying on your back right now. And here's what I want you to know. And here's the mantra, and here's something that we believe in. We believe that today is my January 1st. Today is my January 1st. Today is my January 1st. The mantra. Here's our core value. Our core value is our belief system that every morning when our feet hit that ground, that today is my January 1st. Today is my January 1st. Today is my January 1st. Repeat after me. Today is my January 1st. Today is my what? January 1st.
Today is my January 1st.
Favor. Look below the video. Look right below the video and write these words. Today is my January 1st. Today is my January 1st. Look, Danielle, the importance of January 1st. It's a new start. It's a new opportunity. They were blessed to wake up this morning. Some folks didn't wake up. They were blessed to have their health. Some folks don't have their health. Some folks are challenged with family situations. Some folks are challenged in their wealth. Some folks are challenged in their business. But today is my January 1st. Today is my January 1st. Today is my what? January 1st. Danielle, can you say it one time with a little energy, a little enthusiasm? And she says this. I want all y'all to look right below the video. Hey, Lee Harmon. Hey, DJ5. Look right below the video and type these words. Brenda Lawson, I see you. I love you out there in Keller Williams. Put today is my January 1st. We all get a new start. Danielle, can you say that one time? Can you say today is my January 1st?
Today is my January 1st.
All right, that was okay. That was okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna get her to do it a second time. Now, if she does it a second time, I want y'all to repeat after me. Some of you are writing on that digital board right now. You putting today is my January 1st. I get a new opportunity. I get a new shot. I get a new start. My past does not represent my future. That just feels good. Happy New Year to you. Isn't that great? Okay, I gotta stop. Daniella, go ahead and say it. Today is my January 1st. On the count of 3, are you ready?
Yes, ready.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3.
Today is my January 1st.
Do you believe it?
I do.
Do you really believe it?
I do. I'm living it.
You're living it. Now, she's living it. Brenda Lawson put today as my January 1st. J.S. Singh put today as my January 1st. DJ 5-Star, better known as Kendrick, put today is my January 1st. Keisha put today is my January 1st.
Yes.
Okay, Danielle, I know we're going to talk about successful and sanctified. But can you take a moment and talk about the power of having that one belief, that one mantra, that today is my January 1st? And this is something I want y'all to tell yourself. I want you to make a commitment. I want you to tell yourself this mantra 7 times a day for the next 7 days. Now, we're going to change some lives. Statistically speaking, you're not going to do it. You're just not. But here's the good news. You can. Now, why do I want you to say today is my January 1st? Today is my January 1st. Today is my January 1st. Why do I want you to write that down? Well, maybe you've had this experience. You're driving down the road and your favorite song comes on the radio and you start singing along with the words to the song on the radio. And here's the question. When did you ever decide to learn the words of the song on the radio? That's right. You never did. And that's what's going to happen. You're going to wake up one day, a challenge is going to hit you, a problem's going to hit you, a blessing's going to hit you. And you're going to say, you know what? Today is my January 1st. My past does not equal my future. The future, by definition, is imaginary. We never get to the future. We're always in the present moment. There's a moment. There's a moment. There's a moment. So by you saying today is my January 1st and you creating that belief, you are creating a compelling future, which is imaginary. Isn't that great? We can create whatever future you want. So Daniella Coffey, the founder of Women of Faith Entrepreneurs, did I get that right? Network. Also of the hashtag Successful and Sanctified movement. Take a moment and talk about the power of today is my January 1st. And she's saying that. Look right below the video. Shavella Scott, I see you. Today is my January 1st. You got Tony Hatton in the house. You really got the all-stars. She put today is my January 1st. Ingram put today is my January 1st. Dorothy put today is my January 1st. Sharon Dyke put today is my what? January 1st. Take it away and talk about that. And then we got to get into this hashtag successful and sanctified, baby. Woo, I
can't wait to get into that.
But first, today is my January 1st.
I'm excited. Today is my January 1st. Guess what? Today I get to do it again. Mm-hmm. Today I get to win at it. Today I get to start all over. Yesterday is past, is done, ain't a thing I can do about that. But today I get to do it again. Today I get to look my challenges in the eye and say, we're going head and head. I'm going to conquer you. You won't conquer me. Today I get to say it's a brand new day. Today I get to put forth the effort to make the money and the goals that I said I was going to make. Today I get to show up not just for my family, but to show up for me. Today is the day, as a woman, as men, today is the day I get to show up and show out. Today is the day. I may not get it perfect, but I'm going to get it done. Today is the day I look procrastination in the face and say, no longer will I procrastinate on me and my goals, but I will continue to work towards what I'm supposed to do and the goals that God has created. He's already created in me. Today is the day. That's what that means for me.
Today is my January 1st.
Come on.
Today is my January 1st. Today is my January 1st. I believe that deep down in my soul. And I know for some of you out there that are watching right now that are like, you know what, Shay, I love what she just said. That's something that I need to play in the morning when I wake up. Something I need to play in my car. Something I need to listen over and over again. Here's how you can do that. Here's how you can do that. I want you to look right below the video and you see a word. I want you to text this word revenue right now. Text this word revenue. For everyone to text the word revenue, we'll make sure, one, you get a copy of the notes. You get to hear the replay. Just that one snippet is all you need right there. I'll break that part down and you get our secret business toolbox. Now, there's no cost. There's no credit card needed. There's no checkbook, no cash app, no Zelly happening right here, baby. This is all for you. Here's what you need to do for those folks that are listening. Now, you got to do it now. When? Now. When? Now. Text the word revenue right now. Just open your phone. Open up your phone. You go to the browser and go to messaging. Type in 202-999-3515. Text the word revenue. Here, someone put this right below the video for me. Put down, text the word revenue, text the word revenue, text the word revenue to 202-999-3515. Again, 202-999-3515. Get on the secret list, number one. Get the replay of this, number two. Get the secret business toolbox. And then we're doing something cool. We're having a private accountability group. It costs nothing to get into that you can be a part of because you know what? Today is my what? January 1st. Today is my what? January 1st. Today is my January 1st. I'm excited because I get this exclusive behind the scenes conversation for the first time, I believe, ever about hashtag successful and sanctified. And Tammy Lawrence, as you're joining on, by the way, and Keisha Royal Nutt, as you're watching right now, and Jamila Warren, as you're listening. Before I talk about hashtag successful and sanctified, Danielle, is it okay? Some folks are texting in right now. They're texting the word revenue to 202-999-3515. And I know I have your permission to send this replay, this broadcast out so they can share it with their audience. One of the things I like about Daniella, she didn't say, no, they can't share it. No, they got to pay for this. No. You're going to get the replay. You can share it with your group. You can share it with your audience. We'll cut that one part out. What she talked about today is my January 1st and the power of her message. That was authentic. It wasn't a script. She didn't have something written down. Heck, I didn't know we were going to do it.
Yeah.
But she said, Shay, I'm going to show up. You show up, the people are there, and I'm going to help them. And I'm looking forward to connecting with all of you and seeing you over in the revenue group. But one of the things that I wanted to do when you talked about hashtag successful and what?
Sanctified.
And you talked about the power of that. And you talked about this movement that has been created and why it's created. I got a text today when I sent out the email. About 3 or 4 people. So it wasn't the whole community. But how can I say this? Well, I'll just say it. I should read one of the texts, but the genesis of it was that to be in business and be a person of faith is challenging. And so they thought that was like a joke, like successful and sanctified, they didn't go together. And I'm not saying that represents the whole audience, okay? I'm not saying that. But it was a little disturbing because I was thinking if you see those words, it'd be encouraging. Wouldn't you think that?
Yes.
So before we get into that hashtag successful and sanctified, with your permission, the people out there, they can see you. Hey, Brian. Hey, Nina. They can see you. Nina Abdul's on here. They can see you, and they can see me, and they can hear you, and they can hear me, but you can't see them right now. And I know you're in the group, and you're joining the Happy Entrepreneurs Tribe. I meant to tell you to do that because they couldn't tag you over there. But is it okay if we let them represent their business? Because, see, Daniella can see you. I mean, you can see Daniella, and you can hear Daniella, but she can't see you, and she can't hear you. Here's what I'd like for you to do. If you're a woman of faith or you're an entrepreneur, if you're an entrepreneur or a business owner, look right below the video, and just write these words. I have a vision to help people, ... Or you can put, my vision for the people I'm called to serve is ... And the reason I want you to put that down is I want to give you a chance to spotlight your vision. Spotlight the people you were called to serve. And Daniella, she'll go back through the feed right below the video, Daryl Mack. Hey, Mimi. She'll be able to see who you are and who your business is. It's not all about Daniella. It's not all about her. It's not all about her, although she's here. So here's what you're going to do. You will look right below the video. Hello, Michelle Davis. I see you. She said, this is awesome. Thanks so much. We appreciate the comments and all my digital note takers. But here's what you need to do. Look right below the video, and you would put, my vision for the people I'm called to serve is ... And you would tell us what your vision is for the people you were called to serve, the people you were called to help. So you would put, my vision for people I'm called to serve is to transform their lives. My vision for the people I'm called to serve is to help them with their marketing in their business. My vision for the people I'm called to serve is to empower and to encourage them to live the life they know they should live. So we're going to do a remix version on that. And I want you to look right below the video. And while you're doing this, you're not just doing it for me. You're not doing it for Daniella, but you're doing it for everyone else. I want a chance for you. We are a community. And yeah, I'm going to get into Successful and Sanctified, but we are a community. And I love getting feedback and you sharing your message with the world. God gave you a vision. He gave you the skill set. He gave you the belief systems. He gave you everything you need. Now it's up to you to get the resources. Heck, Noah had a vision for the people he was called to serve. It didn't come from Noah. It came from God, but he still needed the resources. He still needed a hammer. He still needed a nail. He still needed wood. He couldn't build the boat. We're good to do a vision and keep it to himself. Danielle's going to give you some resources you need to help you. But do me a favor. Look right below the video. Hey, Conjure Award. And you would put, my vision for the people I'm called to serve is ... So Mimi was one of the ones that put, my vision for the people I'm called to serve is to empower them to break the chains of mental bondage. Now, I'm going to ask Daniella in a moment to say what her vision is. And she'll say, my vision for the people I'm called to serve is ... And she'll tell us a little about her vision. She has a little expanded version, obviously. But you take a moment, and if you're nervous, like, oh, I don't know if I say the right thing, I don't know if people are going to understand it, don't worry about it. No one's critiquing you. We are a community of love. We are a community of understanding. We are a community of supporting each other. And so as they're doing that, I don't know if you have your phone in front of you, Danielle. Do you have your phone? I do. Can you look right below the video? I see Dorothy wrote something. Can you read what their vision is? Now she's going to read your vision out loud. She's going to read exactly what you wrote, because people say, Shay, why do you spotlight everybody's businesses? You need to get on with the show. Look, you're an entrepreneur. You showed up. I believe in you. This show is about you. You. The Happy Entrepreneur Show is all about you. Can you read what a few of the visions that people have, by the way? Can you see Dorothy's on there?
Absolutely. So Dorothy says, I have a vision to help people. My vision for people I'm called to serve is to live life to the fullest in their senior years. Tony says, my vision of the people I'm called to serve is to support new and aspiring entrepreneurs with mental tools that end procrastination while creating their dreams.
Oh, I love it. I love that.
Yes. CF Jackson says, my vision for the people I am called to is to serve is to drive their brands, expertise, knowledge, and services further with streaming television, going from YouTube to TV.
Wow, good stuff. Love that. And I'll read Michelle Jack Davis put, my vision for the people I'm called to serve. And you can do this too, by the way. Every one of you can do this. You don't have to, but you can do this. You can share your vision. She said, my vision for the people I'm called to serve is to help them live a healthy life aligned through holistic health and well-being. Thanks so much. Anisha put, my vision for people I'm called.
Hey, Anisha. I'm sorry.
You said Anisha?
Yes.
Oh, Anisha. Sorry. Thank you for helping me out. Anisha, My vision for people I'm called to serve is to teach them how to wear the greatness that they hold within them daily. Wow. Can you read Tommy Jones?
Absolutely. My vision for the people that I'm called to serve is to empower them to live the highest and best version of themselves.
Wow, wow. Look. See, I told you, Daniella doesn't mind reading this. Danielle, can you read two more? Don't worry, I'm going to get on to Daniella. But look, see, I told you, she can't see you right now. She can't hear you. But now she can hear you. And it's not about the letters behind your name. It's not about your marquee clients. We don't care about them. We don't look at no freaking website and see what someone else wrote.
Yes.
All we want to know is what vision was given to you by God for the people you were called to serve. That's why you're in business.
Yes.
To help someone else. Can you read Tommy Jones, and we'll read a couple more, and then we got to get going. I got a show to get to, ladies and gentlemen, but I love every single one of you. Hopefully you're all over at the Happy Entrepreneurs Tribe right now. You all become members over there so we can support each other. We can love each other. We can help you support your vision, help you deliver your vision, and really at the end of the day, help you what? Help you serve the people. Well, then you were called to serve. Okay, grab a couple more, and then we got to get going. We got a show to get to.
I'm so excited. Come on, Miss Tommy says, my vision for the people that I'm called to serve is to empower them to live the highest and best version of themselves. Oh. Mimi says, Hannah's vision for the people she is called to serve is to help people use hip hop dance to release stress and to be fashionable while doing it. Oh, hashtag future owners of a dance studio.
That is so cool. Her daughters are 11 years old. They're twins, by the way. She has two 11-year-old twins, by the way. Why don't you say something to the 11-year-olds right now? They watch. Her mom lets them stay up sometime and watch the show. They're 11 years old. Why don't you give them a quick word of encouragement? So, Daniella, stop what you're doing. Look right at the camera and talk to two 11-year-olds who are watching right now. They're women entrepreneurs. They want to be entrepreneurs. Take maybe a minute or two and just talk directly to them.
So to my babies, to my baby girls, listen, you have everything that you need inside of you. Don't compare yourself to nobody. You are uniquely and divinely made. Everything that you are called to be, you have it inside of you. Listen to your mom and your daddy because they've been where you're trying to go. Obey your parents. You keep God first and you're going to win not one time, but every single time.
Wow, special message. She didn't know she was going to do that. I didn't know she was going to do that. Hey, thanks.
Yes.
And look, she's not even charging me. This is really good. This is really good. Y'all are fortunate. Tashika Green is out there. She said, my vision for people I'm called to serve is to provide systems and structure to improve in the areas of their life, both personally and professionally. Thanks a lot. DJ 5-Star, better known as Kendrick Tillman, put, my vision for the people I'm called to serve is to create excitement in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Thanks a lot, by the way. Kaisha Roy, I hope I pronounced that correctly, said, my vision for the people I'm called to serve is to empower them to love what they see in themselves. Jacqueline Fulton, boy, you bring out the all-stars. My vision for the people I'm called to serve is to assist them to change their mindset and create the life they were called to create. Look, we got to get going. We've got a show.
That's good stuff.
You guys are rocking and rolling. We're going to get into hashtag successful and sanctified, successful and sanctified. As we do that, we're going to do one thing. Y'all look right below the video and just put, this is my time. Just look, that hashtag successful and sanctified. And then I'm going to go right to it. I'm going to load up with a question. Danielle in a moment is going to talk about her vision for the people she's called to serve. So you're going to say, my vision for the people I'm called to serve is, and she'll expound on that a little more than you had time to do. And then she's going to talk about hashtag successful and sanctified. She'll come back to me, and then we'll walk through with this hashtag. Who has the gall to actually put that out there as a? I mean, can you be successful and sanctified? It takes someone with some guts. I'll say that. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! But you look right below the video, and you put, this is my time. Hashtag successful and sanctified. Now, why are you going to write, this is my time, hashtag successful and sanctified? So that you can make a declaration to the world that this is your time. And as you see that, even if you don't write the words, if you see another digital note taker put, this is my time, hashtag successful and sanctified, just like Jacqueline did and Samuel did, you go hit the like button. You go hit the heart button. You go encourage them. The least you can do is encourage them to step forward, because successful people, the greatest among us, we all have one thing in common. Do you know what all successful people have in common? According to Shay Brown, of course. But what all successful people have in common is that we can always get better. We can always get better. We believe that we can always get better, that the best is still yet to come. That's why they gave us faith. He wouldn't have faith if you'd have to use it sometime. Every now and then you got to use faith. That's why he gave you faith. Otherwise, why would you even talk about faith if you were never to use it? Like, it wouldn't make any sense. So for some of you, you have to have the faith that this is your time. For some of you, you're already there. But some of you are looking up and saying, I can always get better. So when you put "this is my time," use the hashtag successful and sanctified. We're going to get into that. Okay. Danielle, I got to turn it over to you. They're writing down "this is my time," hashtag successful and sanctified. Talk about your vision. What is your vision for the people that you were called to serve? This is your time.
Yes. For the people that I am called to serve, I am called to serve the bold women of faith entrepreneurs, the women that say, you know what, I'm tired of sprinkling my faith in. I'm tired of pretending. I'm tired of not being who God has truly called me to be. I am called to women of faith that we're going to teach you the discernment, how to develop, and then how to dominate. Come on, discern, develop, and to dominate. The 3 Ds. That's what I am. That's who I'm called to. That's my vision. And that's my mission. To discern, to develop, and to dominate.
Now, for some folks hearing the word, you talk about the 3 Ds. Discern. Yes. Was the second one? Develop and dominate.
And dominate.
For some folks listening right now, can you give your definition of discern? DISCERN, because you know, they can go Google it and look it up. But, you know, can you break it down for people like Shay Brown and others that are watching right now? Because as you put that down, Mimi put discern, develop, dominate. Jacka says she loves that. Discern, develop, and dominate. Can you talk about, give us a definition of discern so we kind of understand, so you can frame the conversation for us listening, and then kind of talk a little bit about what develop means, and then a little bit what dominate means, just so we can put it in context.
So women of faith, let me move like this, Shay. Women of faith, and we talking about the success at being successful and to be sanctified. Listen, I gotta clarify what the word sanctified means first before I go into that. Because look, sanctified, I know, you know, back in the day, if you were Pentecostal, Church of God in Christ, come on, women, Baptists. Look, am I talking to you, Shay? Come on. So in that, when we talked about sanctification, we used to talk about no earrings, no makeup. You know, we wore dresses down, you know, to the floor, dragging. I mean, you know, we just looked holy. We wore our white. I mean, but, you know, we looked as if though we had no issues. Come on. That ain't the sanctification I'm talking about now. The sanctification that I'm talking about is I am a peculiar woman. I will never fit in. I'm a bold woman. When I walk into the room, guess what? Who I bring with me. And when I come into the room and I bring God with me, that means I'm unique. I'm uniquely and I'm divinely made. My business will never be set up like everybody else. Listen, we are people, women of faith and men of faith. We are people. We are designed to transform and not conform. Ooh, I'm going to sit that one right there. Come on, we're designed to transform and not conform. But what I'm seeing now is people that quote unquote say that they got this thing called faith and they got this belief called God, and they're conforming to what the world says you need to be doing. Your business will never be set up like everybody else. You get divine downloads. And then when you get a divine download, and then God allows you to upload what he's divinely downloaded. Now I'm going to slow down and pump the brakes right there. Come on. You have to understand, when I get my content don't just come ordinarily. Yes, I read, I study, but my content really comes from the word of God. And I think we have gotten away from that. The best book you can ever read is the word of God, period. And this is what has happened, Shay. And I've noticed this with the women of faith. And we keep saying, like, why is my business not succeeding? And it looks like everybody else's is. It's because you have started to conform and not transform. When you walk into the room, when you show up, Christ shows up. And whatever space you are in, it will never be the same. Why? Because greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. So if you are greater, if what's in you is greater than what's in the world, that means that when you show up, the world has to transform. Ooh, that's good. That's some good stuff. Y'all know I was sitting over here waiting on Shay to turn this thing over to me. I was just sitting patiently. I'm like, Shay, let me talk. I'm on file here.
You know, as I'm listening to you, the folks that are listening saying yes, they're following you along in the feed. For every one of you out there that's tuned in right now, do me a favor, look right below the video, all the note takers, all the digital note takers that are taking notes on this digital board right now, and you're putting it up into time for someone else. I think Mimi summed it up best and says, we are designed to transform and not conform. Do me a favor, look right below the video, and put transform and not conform. Did I get that right?
Yes.
Transform. Yes. We are designed to transform and not conform.
Yes.
Transform, not conform. Transform, not conform. You know, people are listening to you are saying, you know, you're talking about being successful and sanctified. You define sanctified. But it's easy for you. You got a husband. You got a family. You get to travel. You got a business. You know, you don't know what it's like to go through, or maybe you do. Do you mind taking a moment, maybe sharing a time where there was a setback in your business or a setback in your life, and you had to implement what you're talking about? You had to transform yourself, or transform your business, or transform the situation. Now, I know we didn't talk about, you know, getting to personal stuff, but, you know, you say I can ask you any question you want, so I figured, why not ask you what challenges you've had, so that a Gloria Coleman who put transform, not conform, a Jacqueline Fulton who put transform, not conform, Alice Boswell who's tuning in and giving up her time away from her family right now to listen to you is watching right now, or Dorothy who's watching, transform, not conform. Talk about a time or challenge you went through. You talk about being successful and sanctified, but can you open up and share that? And what lesson did you learn? So it's a two-part question. Number one, let me be very clear. Number one, what challenge have you had that kind of set you back, where you had to transform? That's number one. And number two, and it could be in business, it could be in your life, it could be something personal, it could be in the church, I'm not sure. But then from that, what lessons did you learn that we can take away from that we can take away and apply in our life? Turn it over.
Wow, Shay, there's been so many challenges that I've had. And one thing I have learned is I had to make a decision on not to sit in that challenge. And so one challenge that I talked about this a little bit earlier today is this year, how challenging it has been. I went through 6 months of depression. I got up, put the makeup on, looked nice, did what I needed to do, but yet I was not happy with me. Business was not coming in. Money was not flowing. As a matter of fact, my account was in the negative. Come on. How many entrepreneurs can relate to that? Let's just have real talk right now. See, we want to make this, a lot of us want to make this entrepreneur thing look really good, but we don't want to talk about the times where not all the time the clients are rolling like they should be rolling. But you got to make a decision. Why am I doing what I'm doing? Am I going to stay here, or am I going to make a consecutive decision and say, you know what? This is what I'm called to, and I'm not going to stay in this place anymore. So I had to make a decision and say, you know what? I've been here long enough. I've cried long enough. I've spent enough money. I have spent enough money with the wrong people. Come on, can we be real? I've spent enough money with the wrong people. I've done enough of that. Now it's time for me to make a decision. Make a decision and simply say, this has to stop right here. I'm ready to be successful and sanctified. And everything that I went through, it wasn't just for me. It was for the women that I'm going to coach. It is for my clients. It's for another woman that may be going through depression. And she's saying, how in the world am I going to get out of this? Daniella, can you understand? I don't want a coach to sympathize with me. I want a coach to empathize with me. Because when you empathize with me, you understand where I am. And a lot of times we want to teach from a sympathetic position instead of an empathetic position. And empathy means I've gone through what you've gone through. I've experienced it. Now that gives me patience with you. That gives me strategy with you. Not just spiritual tools, but practical tools that I can teach you that I used to come out of that situation. So that was one of my challenges. It was depression. It was really, I didn't want to get up. I didn't want to talk to nobody, Shay. Come on. I didn't want to pray for nobody. It got to the point, I just didn't want to be bothered, especially when you're the one that everybody seeks the help from. Come on. Sometimes we are the ones as women. We're the ones that everybody call. They need the answer. They're looking for you for the answer. They're looking for you to motivate them and talk them through. But sometimes you can get in a place where you say, I ain't even got it for me today. I just don't have it for me. Can you understand? I need you to pray for me. I need you to talk to me. I need to be motivated. How many of us can relate to that? And so I had to make a decision and say, look, Daniella, today is my January 1st. Today is my happy new year because I made a firm decision that I'm not going to stay there. But I'm glad that I went through what I went through because now I can teach from a place of expertise and a place of empathy because I've been there and done that.
Wow. So what was maybe one step that you did to help you transition from where you were to move forward? Maybe something that we could take away. If there was, hey Shay, step one I did this, and then step two I did that, and that's what allowed me to kind of move from where I was to where I'm at now. And I didn't. This is something. The story she said is this is something over the last 6 months. So oftentimes when people come on and they share sometimes their stories, or if they do, something happened 20 years ago or 25 years ago. But let's all, as you're looking at Daniella right now, just say, Daniella, you're doing well. Daniella, you look great. Daniella, you are amazing. Look right below the video. Let's give her a warm, happy entrepreneur, digital applause for just being authentic. And before you come on, sometimes people are wondering, do I look okay? Do I feel okay? Can they see me? Can they hear me? Look right below the video. If you believe this, only if you believe it, look right below the video and just say, Daniella, 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 you're doing great. Daniella, you look amazing. Daniella, thank you. Let's give her a little digital applause, a little encouragement as she's sharing her story with us. So she kind of hears you and feels you and says, okay, good. They can hear me. They can feel me. And if you feel it, say, Daniella, I feel you. I feel you. Because this is so important, because oftentimes we don't take time to pat ourselves on the back. We don't take time to be recognized. And it takes guts to step up here and say, you know what, 6 months ago, I was in a depressed state. 6 months ago, my bank account was upside down. 6 months ago, I was a part of giving up. And you look wonderful now. You look great right now. And I'm going to ask her in a moment, say, hey, I did this for step one. I don't know. I talked to my husband. I did this for step two. I started reading more. I did this for step three. I started getting up. I don't know what she did to get out of it, but as I'm looking out there, Dorothy says, Daniella, you are amazing. Mimi says, you are a woman of God for real. Jacqueline Fulton says, you are doing amazing, by the way. She says, I can relate. Thank you so much. Lee Wilson says, happy entrepreneurs create energy, motivation. That's you. You create energy and motivation. I know she works with women of faith entrepreneurs, and this is very important. We're going to get into women and being entrepreneurs. So I want her to talk about the challenges of that right now. Dorothy says, I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. Chevelle Scott says, Danielle, you look great. You look good right now. So take a moment, Successful and Sanctified, and tell us, what did you do to pull yourself out of this depression? I mean, it's very, very serious. And, I don't laugh. It's not serious. It's just that, you're being transparent. And I want to thank you for that. I want to
Thank
honor you
you.
for that. The transparency, the being authentic. I mean, 6 months ago, you were in this depressed state. 6 months ago, your bank account was upset. Some of us, our bank account was upside down yesterday. Come on, somebody. It wasn't 6 months ago. It was just somebody right now. If you
Yes.
open up your bank account right now, that's not going to say
Look,
negative. It's in red.
negative.
You ain't got to look at it. It just says, darn, it's still red. Darn. You don't even know what the negative number is. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Tony Hatton says, Danielle, you just described my journey's purpose. You're right, my sister. Now we are experts. Brenda Small says, make a decision to not sit in your challenge. Get up and move on. Michelle Davis says, this is my time. She must be back in the feed. This is pretty cool, by the way. Andrea Hyman. Yeah, Andrea Hyman. She travels all over the world. Just a fantastic person. In Baltimore, Maryland, by the way, says, you have been blessed to be a blessing to others. Brenda Small said, thank you, Daniella, for believing in yourself and the transparency. Carolyn Watkins on here saying, awesome, looking great. Daniella, I feel for you, baby. Jazz Sing. You got Jazz Sing right? Oh, my gosh. Let's go, Daniella Coffey. The Spirit Holy is moving tonight. They're with you. I'm feeling you that this is the time. Can you share some steps that we can do if we find ourselves in that place, in that spot, that we can do to pull ourselves out of it? You got Tashika Green says, Daniella, you don't look like what you've been through. The pain of your process birthed you into a passion-filled purpose. When you learn the principles, teach lessons to others. And I want you to know that Daniella, she's tuned in. She'll go back in. She'll see your comments. She'll go read the comments, by the way. She's tuned in. She's there right now. She's focused on this as well. So thank all of our digital note takers for doing what you're doing right now. Give us the steps. I mean, what's step 1? What's step 2? What's step 3? And then we're going to get into this women, entrepreneurs, and then adding faith. I mean, wait a minute. You always got to mix things up, by the way. Women, that's complex.
Yes.
Entrepreneur, so a woman entrepreneur, they got their own challenges. And then you throw faith in the mix. Like, you going to throw faith in there. Some people are afraid to add faith to anything they're doing. They kind of do that on Sundays, by the way, or do that during the we're going to put a pin in that. We're going to get back to that. Now we're going to focus on what are the steps that someone needs to do to kind of just had a setback so they can be on the job. The setback is just a set up for a comeback over the years.
Come on. That's good stuff. So first of all, I had to acknowledge. I had to acknowledge what I was dealing with. Doing this process, doing this thing. And sometimes I like to say that it was, they want to clinically call it depression, but I like to call it God's sit down for preparation.
I like that, God sit down. I told you, only on Danielle. I never heard that. God sit down. Hold on. What is God sit down? I like this. And this, okay, I know I shouldn't interrupt you. I'm breaking all the rules.
That's okay.
But God's sit down. Take a moment and break that thing down for me, if you would.
Because see, Shay, what I've learned is when everything is going well in our life, when we got a couple dollars, and we can make the couple dollars holler, when the family is going, the kids are doing good, they're doing well in school, when the husband and the significant other is acting right, and the job, everything is going well, client is full, we tend to not depend on God and depend on self. And see, God says, I'm a jealous God. You should have nothing before me. So sometimes he has to allow things to be broken and allow us to be broken in order for us to sit down so that we can really prepare what he has for us. See, he's a jealous guy. He don't move the way we think he should move. And a lot of times we want to take credit for what we do. But he has a way of putting your back, allowing your back to be put up against the wall so that you can solely depend on him and you can't take credit for nothing. Now, hold on, Shay, because I know you're finna interrupt me, but hold on. Some of us are wondering, why can when I partner with this person, when I get with this person, I'm trying to connect with this person, I'm trying to network with this person, and it seems not to be working. Some of us are probably looking for mentors, and we're trying to find mentorship and we can't find it, or we're trying to find somebody that can really pull us out, and we're looking to man to do it. And God is saying, I need you to look not straight, but I need you to look look up, because all my help comes from above. And then God is going to align you, divinely align you with the people that you need in your life. But a lot of us are trying to do the hookup. We're trying to hook ourselves up. We're trying to develop the partnerships. And God's saying, no, I don't want that to happen. They keep rejecting you, but it's not rejection. It's protection. Ooh, that was good. Yeah. So sometimes things don't work the way we want them to work. It's not moving and shaking. So he would allow, because he doesn't put depression on us. He may permit it, but he doesn't do it. And so he allowed that to be your sit down, because he needs to speak to you. And sometimes he can't speak to us when everything is going great. When everything is in alignment the way we think it, he can't speak to us, because most of the time we tend to forget about him when everything is going great. But he knows how to get our attention. So what he does is sit us down. He started the bank account will start looking funny, because then you will start saying it was my money that did it. You know, the clients will start to fall off, because then you will say it was my clients. And then the partnerships will start to look a little weird. They'll start talking about it. Then you'll start depending on your best friend. She'll get funny with you. You'll start seeing people fall off that you thought would never fall off. And so he knows how to sit us down, put us in a sitting position in order to get our attention. Yes.
Wow, I'm feeling. Look, for those folks that are watching right now, as you're tuned in, you might be thinking to yourself, wow, I want to hear this a second time. I want to hear this a third time. Matter of fact, you can hit the share button. You have Daniella's permission to hit the share button. She's going to talk about women, entrepreneurs, faith in just a moment. But you right now, just hit the share button, hit the share button, hit the share button. And as you hit the share button or hit the heart button, just hit the heart button. The heart button is a signal that I love you, that I feel you, that this is making sense to me. Sherry Wallace is in the house. She says, hello, everyone. Thanks a lot for joining.
Hello, Sherry
Wallace. You're at the right place at the right time. Today is your January 1st. Today is your January 1st. Today is your January 1st. She's right on it. We're going to talk about hashtag successful and sanctified. We're going to do that. I'm going to pause for just a moment so I can drink some water. You can drink some water, by the way. And then I'm going to share. We have a Dr. Kenneth Thigpen, by the way. It's just like someone that shares her thought of the week. And Daniella, I know you haven't even finished the interview, but I'm gonna have a favor. That's what we gotta do as happy entrepreneurs. We gotta ask favors. So Dr. Kenneth, she comes on, and once a week she shares the thought of the week. And the thought of the week is to inspire, is to encourage, is to teach others. And her hashtag is hashtag next sister up. So she teaches little things and ideas and suggests people can do to take the next step up. And I like for you as you launch the successful and sanctified movement, as you're doing that, if you would take time out of your busy schedule during the week and maybe share a message. I know you can't be here every Monday, but Monday is our motivational day. Monday is the day that we kick off. Monday is the day that we get going for the week as we leave Sunday service, right? Some of us still need that joke again on Monday because Sunday gone.
Yes.
We need some rocket fuel. Would you mind sending and sharing a thought of the week with the Happy Entrepreneurs Tribe so that they can develop, so that they can be inspired, and so that they can serve the people they were called to serve? Do you mind doing that?
Absolutely.
Y'all got it. Y'all have the commitment.
Yes.
Next Monday, you tune in. You tune in on next Monday. It'll be in the Happy Entrepreneurs Tribe group. You'll be able to see it, and then you'll be able to watch it as well. We'll play it several times throughout the week. Dr. Kenneth made that challenge. She made that commitment on the show, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 weeks ago. And she shared a thought of the week, I believe is in line with this one right here. We're going to pause for a moment. Now, for those folks that want to make sure you get the notes, you want to make sure you get the business toolbox. Don't worry. I'm gonna ask Daniella to come back. She's going to keep on going. But I'm going to ask her to come back because she's doing some big things. She's got some events coming up. She has programs. A lot of things. Tonight, she said, I came to give. And she's giving.
Yes.
She's giving. She's not asking for a penny. But don't worry. I'm going to get into those details. We're going to have her back. This movement is just kicking off. So let me do that real quick. And we're going to come back and we're going to learn about women, entrepreneurs, and faith. Is that even possible? What are the challenges? What are some things you can do, some principles that you can apply in your life? And how can you apply faith as an entrepreneur? All right, with that being said, I'm going to go over to Dr. Kenneth Thigpen, founder of Rise Women Network, and also the promoter of the movement, hashtag Next Sister Up.
Yes.
Hello, it's your girl, Dr. Kenneth Thigpen, also known as Dr. K, founder of Rise Women's Network. And Rise Women's Network is pleased to present to you hashtag Next Sister Up. I'm here with you today in the Happy Entrepreneurs Tribe to give you the thought of the week. And the thought of the week is stand in your power. Are you standing in your power? You see, many times when people hear the word power, they think of being authoritative or being a dictatorship or maybe even being downright bossy. No, standing in your power is understanding who you are and understanding what you are capable of. Who you are and what you are capable of. Now, many times people will either choose to release the power that they stand in or either embrace the power that they stand in. It's up to you. You see, people begin to release it when they start to self-sabotage, or maybe they start to self-doubt, or maybe they even feel like they're not even worthy. No, that's not what standing in your power is. Standing in your power is understanding that you have the permission to walk in your purpose. It's understanding that your mindset determines the outcomes. It means that if you want different results, you got to do things a little bit differently. And lastly, you got to understand that you can only control what you can control. So I ask you again, are you standing in your power? It's your girl, Dr. Kenneth Thigpen, also known as Dr. K, and I'm pleased to bring to you the thought of the week. Have a great one.
She's talking about hashtag stand in your power. Everyone is out there right now. Everyone's out there right now. Look right below the video. Look right below the video and just write these words. Stand in your power.
Stand in your power.
Successful and sanctified. You look right below the video, and as you're doing this, this is for someone else as well. This is when people read these words, yeah, you're standing for yourself, and it helps energize you, but you also pay it forward to someone else, and they see that, and it says, stand in your power.
Yes.
Hashtag successful and sanctified. Stand. Do me a favor. The digital note takers, look right below the video, the digital note takers, and put stand in your power. Hashtag successful and sanctified. Stand in your power. Hashtag successful and sanctified. We're talking about women. We're talking about entrepreneurs. We're talking about faith. And we're talking to none other than Daniella Coffey, the founder of Women of Faith Entrepreneurs Network. And we talked about stand in your power, like from Dr. Kenneth. Take a moment if you can, Daniella, talk about stand in your power and see it through. Everyone has their own view of the world. And when you heard those words, we want to know what your view of the world, what did you hear? What did you see? And how does that relate to women who are entrepreneurs and women of faith? Stand in your power. Yeah, powerful words.
That's powerful there. That's powerful. Stand in your power. First of all, you have to acknowledge I have power. You have to be confident that you have the power. See, most of us don't stand in it because we don't know that we have it, or we know that we have it and we don't use what we have. I never will forget. I was in need of, I think I needed $10 or something for something. And I was looking through my purse. I know I had a 10 somewhere. And anyway, I misplaced it and forgot that I had another $20, $30 in somewhere in my house. And then finally remembered where I put the other little, we stash the cash here, there, and everywhere, right? So I forgot, that I had put the money in one of my little stashes, right? So it wasn't the fact that I didn't have it. I just didn't remember where I put it. Come on. Oh, I just didn't remember at the time that I had placed it there just in case I needed it. So the power is always present, but you got to acknowledge and stand in the power that's present. Some of us have forgotten when we, women of faith, we have gotten out of of how powerful we really are. We forgot how powerful we really are. And so, like I said, in the beginning, that's when we begin to conform instead of transform. Your power is designed to transform. Your power is designed to impact. Your power is designed to develop. Your power is designed to dominate, because remember, you have dominion over. Come on, you got dominion over. So standing in your power, that was powerful there. Standing in your power is so important. But first recognize and say to yourself, I know I got the power. I have the power. I was created with the power. I was given the power. So we have to realize and recognize and acknowledge that we have the power.
Wow. I love that. Recognize that you have the power to change whatever situation that you're in. And how true is that? How powerful is that? You know, I know we're going to come back and I see like Dee Bowden's in the house. You got Dee Bowden. She says, stand in your power. She's out there.
Yes.
Dorothy is well. What a name, by the way. It says, stand in your power. C.F. Jackson's out there. Jessica Alexander said, stand in your power. You know, for those folks that are out there right now, and we're at that good part of the year where, yes, you got to stand in your power in order to go forward. You've got to do that. Talk about Women of Faith, Women of Faith Entrepreneurs Network. Take a moment and say, what is the mission? Again, some people think that's an oxymoron. I mean, women and faith at the same time. Is that even possible? And an entrepreneur. So let's break this down to 3 parts. Let me just start part 1. Part 1, women, faith, entrepreneurs. You know, some people are saying, why you got to put faith in there, right? And why can't this be women entrepreneurs? Why you got to put women of faith entrepreneurs? Why you got to add faith in there? Why? Why is that important? Why can't we just leave that to the side? No, seriously, it's a business setting. Now
I get
everyone's not thinking about that. Let people know that you were a Christian, but you said, no. What you are building is for women of faith who are entrepreneurs. Why did you have to add faith in there? And why is that so important for the people that you were called to serve?
Shay, I can be honest and say the reason why I had to say women of faith is because I've been in enough settings where I had to dummy down on who I was. I've been in enough settings where I had to try to fit in and try not to be this bold Christian woman that I am. I've been in enough settings. I've been in enough settings where I see the women that are around me that know their faith, they know who they are, but they don't want to be offensive. And why do we have to be? Why is it that every other nationality or every other everyone else can be proud of who they are in a certain arena in the entrepreneur space except women of faith? Why can't I talk about my God and my money? Why can't I talk about my ministry and my money? Come on. Why can I get spiritual tools and practical tools in one setting? Why can't I talk about my prayer life? Why do I have to conform instead of transform? So I've been in enough settings. I've been in enough places that, you know what, girl, you talk about God a little bit too much. You know, if you stop talking about God so much, or if you stop bringing up the name so much, you know what, maybe you'll get more followers. Hogwash. I'm not settling for that anymore. We need more bold people to say, this is who I am. This is who God has created me to be. I'm unapologetic of who I've been created to be. And so that's when I said I become the expert, because I've been in enough settings. I've been in enough places where, and it's so funny because they use faith anyway. They use the tools that we read about in the Bible. They use those tools. You know, it's better to give than receive. Come on. They talk about reciprocation. Come on. You know, reciprocity. They talk about that all the time. It's in the word. So why can I not be a Women of Faith Entrepreneur Network? Why can it not be? And so since it wasn't, and I saw the need, because that's something I needed. I needed it. And I know I'm not by myself. I'm not by myself. How many are with me? Come on. Who needs that? I need to be able to talk about my faith. We may not be of the same faith, but we all have it, we have something in common. So I created a space that I needed. And then I saw that not only did I need it, I saw women that were around me needed it as well.
So if I'm hearing correctly, you created something that didn't exist. I mean, in the past, if there were women of faith and they were entrepreneurs, where would you send them to? where would you send them to? What is the mission of Women of Faith Entrepreneurs Network? What is the mission, and what is it did you look to achieve? And for those folks that are out there right now, like Chevelle said, I needed that. For Mimi that said, amen. For D. Bowden says, yes, you're talking about Proverbs. For those folks that are listening right now, can you share what is the overall mission of Women of Faith Entrepreneurs? As you've established it, if you got members that are joining, what's the overall mission?
So the overall mission really is to get women of faith in one place, get this network where there's we have different women that are doing different things. And you may be you may be t-shirts, you may be a speaker, you may be a coach, it's to have it in that we have one belief in one place and we're on one accord, because we want to teach discernment, development, and also how to dominate. That's the mission. That's the mission. Something that I needed to be unapologetic of who I am and whose I am and what I was created to be in a space that I'm clear about who I am. I don't have to train. I don't have to conform. I'm transforming lives. I don't have to feel uncomfortable in this space when I mention God, or when I want to pray, when I want to raise my hands, when I want to talk to another woman of faith and she understands where I'm coming from. That is what the mission is.
Wow, I love the mission. I love what you're doing.
Yes.
The question has to come up, why now? Why not wait another year? Why not wait another 6 months? Why do you have to do this like now at this point in history, based on where we are? Why is it very, very important for women to align with Women of Faith Network? That's number one. So why now? And number two, what if they haven't got it yet? What if they're not making any money in their business? Because, I mean, what if they're just not there yet? Is this only for women who have contracts? Is it only for women of faith who are entrepreneurs who already have clients? So two-part question. Question number one is, why now? Why not wait? Why do you got to do this now? And then number two, who is this for? Because, some folks are thinking about starting a business, but they haven't started a business. They're just president of company YOU themselves. Are they welcome, or do you have to have a business with customers? Talk about that so we can be kind of clear on that if we can. Hey, Janelle Montgomery, thanks for joining. And Patrice Lancaster, thank you so much for joining. You're here. All of you who are just tuning in, I know people come from different times. We're on overtime. By the way, Daniella Coffey thought she was going to be gone. She thought she was going to be gone, but she's still here. So if she's still here, we're going to ask her some questions, right? Why are we going to ask her some questions? Because she came
I'm
to
excited,
serve.
Shay.
So
I'm having great
to serve. So if you're out there, you got a question, just post below the video. Say, hey, maybe post your question. Maybe she'll answer now. Maybe she'll get back to you. And if you're listening, you're like, you know what, Shay, I've got to get the video. Shay, I've got to stay in the conversation. Shay, I've got to get the notes. Shay, I got to hear this a second. You mentioned something about there's going to be a private accountability group that's going on at no cost for those folks that are ready to grow their business. And also, you're going to have Daniella back, and she might be doing something private, and she's got something coming. I want to know where she's speaking and what webinar, and get connected with her broadcast. Here's what you do. Text the word revenue. Like, look right below the video. You see there's a word revenue there. Someone can write this right in the notes below. Text the word revenue right now to get the notes, but more importantly, get the replay. Some powerful nuggets were shared. And you also, at the same time, want the business toolbox. I ain't going to tell you what's in it, because the university rewards people who take action differently than those that don't. So I'm only rewarding people who take action. Here's what you have to do. You have to text the word revenue. So you would get your phone out right now. When would you do it? Now. When's a good time to do something? Now. When? Now. Yes. Text the word revenue to 202-999-3515. Again, like you got your browser open, don't write it down. That's so 1980s. Don't do that. No. You open up your phone, your browser, and you text the word revenue to 202-999-3515. Do that right now. Get the secret bonus gift. You'll get the notes. You get the business toolbox, and then there's a secret bonus gift. And then also make sure you connect with us over at happyentrepreneurs.tribe.com. Again, happyentrepreneurs.tribe.com. We're looking forward to connecting with you. For those folks that are out there, and then back over to Chanel. You are texting, I get it. Don't text me personally, just text 202. Don't send me a note. Text 202-999-3515. I'll see your response. Text the word revenue. Text the word revenue. This is for the entrepreneurs and the business owners. Text the word revenue. Okay. With that being said, back over to you. We're with Daniella Coffey here on the Happy Entrepreneur Show, the #1 business development and revenue focused late night show in the country. And I'm pleased when we get people like Harvest Queen Sylvia Baca, who's on right now, who's listening. No, I know y'all are texting revenue to 202-999-3515. It's cool. But she's talking about successful and sanctified. She's talking about women of faith entrepreneurs. And now she's coming back and answering that burning question of, why now? Why now at this point in time? And number two, who's part of this? Like, do you have to be in business? What if you're just getting started? What if you don't know? What if you're not making any money? What if your bank account was like hers was? She said, this not me 6 months ago, and it was negative. What if you're going through a depression? Are you welcome? Or do you got to make sure your stuff don't stink before you show up? I don't know. But I'm going to ask the question because that's the question I have on my mind. So Danielle, talk about that if you will. Hey, Darius MacArthur Davis, thanks a lot for joining, my brother.
So why now?
Yeah.
Now faith.
Yeah.
Now faith is what we need to start practicing. If you're like me, controlling, everything got to be in order before I get started. And that's why a lot of things, that book is not complete. That's why that program has not been launched, because we feel like we got to have everything in order. And what happens is we sit that thing. It's not faith talking about it. Faith is an action word. It's an action word. It's movement. And you listen, when you begin to move, then everything starts to divinely align when you move. So now is the time. Why not now? Why not now? Why not now is not the time. And what I've learned, Shay, is I was a procrastinator. And come on, women of faith, because, some of us, we feel like, the ones that are in control, we got this controlling spirit. It's got to be everything in alignment. It's got to be perfect. And, I got to make sure I have this in order. I got to make sure I have that in order. And it leads me to procrastinate. So when this was given to me, Women of Faith Entrepreneur Network, is everything all in order? Absolutely not. It's sure not. That's why it's so important on this call. The women, the people, the men and the women that are on this call, they're hearing about it firsthand, Women of Faith Entrepreneurs, because I believe in now faith. I believe in moving now. I believe in moving while the water is moving. I believe in, if you don't get it done now, you'll never get it done. I believe as I move, things are going to divinely align as I move. So now is the time. It's time to move.
I love that. Now faith. Now faith. I love that. Someone do me a favor. Look right below the video. You mentioned earlier that this is your year. You mentioned today is my January 1st. You mentioned that this is my time, that this is my moment. But now I want you to write those magical words, just 2 words. Now faith.
Now faith.
Now faith. Look right below the video. Now faith. Put now faith. We're talking about Women of Faith Entrepreneurs Network. We're talking about hashtag successful and sanctified. And I'm going to have her come back and talk about right now, discern, dominate. Discern, deliver, dominate. Is that it? Discern,
develop, and dominate.
I'm going to have her talk about that. You got Sheila Reynolds, who just joined on, by the way. Sheila Reynolds is over in Germany, by the way. So she's now tuning in, by the way. And so you got me put now faith. Carolyn Watkins put now faith.
Yes.
Take a moment, if you will, as Dorothy, I'm blessed, Upshur put now faith. We're in overtime. I'm asking her to hang out a little longer. Don't worry. Let's see if she stays. This is so cool. This is so cool. But I want you, Audrey Hyman put now faith.
Yes.
Don't worry. She promised already that she's going to do a motivational Monday. She's going to send it on Monday, so you'll be able to watch it every Monday over at Happy Entrepreneurs Tribe. Don't worry about that. That's a commitment she made, so I'm sure she's going to fulfill that commitment. Some of you are texting already, revenue to 202-999-3515. If you haven't, do that to get the replay. But now we're going to have her break that thing down. And I'm going to ask her just to give us a snippet. We only have so much time. She's going to come back. Give us a snippet of this. Discern, what is it? Develop, what is it? And then the last one is going to be dominate, and what is it? And the reason I'm asking her to talk about that, and the reason I'm asking about women of faith entrepreneurs networking on another episode, we're going to have her do a little more training into the details, but I wanted to disperse this myth that it wasn't possible, is it's something that my father, Marsha Brown, taught me. And my dad used to always say, if it's easy to do, it's easy not to do. If it's hard, do that first. That's the first thing you should do. And I used to always ask, why? Why is that the first thing I should do? And he said, because doing the hard things in life develops discipline. Let me say that again. Doing the hard things in life develops discipline. And so you think about the formula my dad taught me. It was similar to yours, but a little different. I love yours. But his was decisions minus discipline equals disaster. So you can make a decision that today is your January 1st. You can make a decision that you're going to have the faith. You can make a decision that you're going to go into business. But minus the discipline, it's going to equal disaster. You're not going to get there. But if you take that thing back and you reverse it, as he would say, I can't believe I'm quoting my father, Marsha Brown. He's no longer here. He passed away back on May 2nd, 2017. And I always said, I'm never going to quote my dad. I'm not going to be one of those people that quote my parents. That's not going to be me. But here I am.
Can't help it. Come on.
Here I am. I follow him talking to you right now. Hey, Nicole Brown Hurston, here I am now talking to you. So what I want you to do is I want you to reverse that formula, and I want you to put decisions plus discipline equals dominion. Let me say it again. Decisions, you make a decision that today is my January 1st. Plus discipline, that's doing the things you know you should do even when you don't feel like it, equals dominion. The word was dominate. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to look right below the video and just put this formula down. Decisions plus discipline equals dominion. You will have dominion over your life. You have dominion over your relationship. You have dominion over your wealth. You have dominion over your health. You have dominion over your business. I just wanted to line that up for you as you're looking right down below, because that is so important. Now, Danielle's coming back around. And she's talking about discern, develop, and dominate. She'll put now. That's powerful.
I'm reading the comments.
Coffey. Yeah, that is Daniella Coffey. Trust me, that's her all the way around. Nicole's talking about good evening, good morning, good night, depending on where you are. If you're like Sheila, you're just getting up. If you're over in the UK right now, they're 8 hours ahead of me. They wake up to the show. So it's not always night, although this is the #1 business development and revenue-focused late-night show in the country. And I can't believe Daniela's still going. We'll keep her only a few more minutes. I can't believe, where she get this energy from? I have no idea. I know what it is. She came to serve. She came to give. She's happy you're here. It's you that's out there right now. So here's what I like to do. Danielle, if you're out there right now, you just hit the heart button. Just hit the like button. And we're going to ask her to break that thing down that she had. Discern, develop, and
dominate.
Talk about that for a moment for the folks that are out there. And this might be all that you need. D plus D equals D.
Yes, D plus D equals D. Okay. So discernment. Discernment is the sensitive principle that governs our success. So when you talk about discernment, you're talking about the sensitivity. What am I hearing? What is that intuition? Some of us know that we before we made a decision, there was something down on the inside that said to say no, but we said yes. Come on. If we can admit that it was something that said, you know what? Don't make your move right now. But because we were in a hurry, and because we thought that our time had expired, and because we thought that if I don't make it my move right now, I may never make it. Listen, we went ahead and made it before time, right? Mm-hmm. And so that is what discernment is, that intuition is. Some of it say it's intuition. Some people say it's your conscience. However you want to name it, I call it discernment. It's what governs my success. So that's discernment. So develop is to learn to cultivate and work with what God has already given you. Come on. We're going to develop what you already have. Everything you need is already in you. I don't know why we make this thing so complicated. Why? Because we are conforming instead of transforming. I keep going back to that. When you already know who you're called to and who's called you, then you begin to transform and not conform. So we want to develop already what's in you. We don't have to make this thing up. We ain't got to create it. It's already there. We just need to develop it. And last but not least, after we discern and we develop, now guess what? It's time to dominate. Now it's time to take over. There is an order to everything in life. And sometimes we do things out of order. And so dominating happens is to have dominion, operate and live in your faith. Unapologetically, this is who I am. When I walk in a room, guess what? I light up the room. When I walk in a room, you know Daniella Coffey is in the room. When you walk in the room, Nicole, they know Nicole is in the room. When Miss Sheila walk in the room, they know Miss Sheila. When Shay Brown walks in the room, guess what? We know Shay Brown done walked in the room. Why? Because he's a happy entrepreneur and he represents who he is. So women of faith, when we walk in a room, because greater is he that is in us, and he has already dominated and gave us dominion. So when we walk in, guess what? We bring him with us. So we're discerning, developing, and we're dominating.
You know, I love how you put that out there, by the way. And as everyone's out there, put that down. Discern, develop, dominate. Discern, develop, dominate. Write that right below. Hey, Quincy Noble, but you bring them all out. Sheila Reynolds, by the way, said it's 6:30 a.m. in her time. I told you, people wake up.
Wow. Thank you, Miss Sheila.
And thank you. She said, love it, Daniella. She's loving it. You're kicking off her day. See, they're not going to bed. They're just getting going. Of course,
wow.
In the UK, it's a little different time. People watch all over the world. You said that this is their time. You said discern, develop, and
dominate.
Dominate. And I believe that's so important because one of the things that we've been sharing with the audience lately, Daniella, is that the opposite of wealth is not poor. That the opposite of wealth is underdeveloped resources. Let me say that again, just so y'all can hear that, so that can sink in. And that part of her saying develop is so important. And I love what you're doing with the Women's of Faith Entrepreneurs Network, because you're developing these women so that they have the resources they need to do the things they want to do. Let me say it again so y'all can hear it. The opposite of wealth is not undeveloped. The opposite of wealth is underdeveloped resources. And so as Daniella is speaking to you, one of the things she's doing, and here's the whole mission of the Happy Entrepreneur Show, is to develop the resources that you need in order to support the vision you have for yourself. Like right now, some of you have a vision for yourself.
Yes.
You want to eat healthier. You want to be able to go on vacation. You want to be able to pamper yourself. That's a vision for yourself. Some of you have a vision for your loved ones.
Yeah.
Some of you want to write a check to send your kids to a school of your choice.
Yes.
I was in the hospital recently for 10 straight days. She's doing well. She's out right now, blessed. The medicine took care of what it needed to take care of. But for 10 days, we didn't know. It felt good to be able to write a check to make sure things were taken care of. Some of you have a vision to write a check for a loved one's health care insurance, for a loved one's mortgage, pay it off. I don't know. But you need resources. Or some of you have a vision for the people you were called to serve. So the opposite of wealth is not poor. The opposite of wealth is underdeveloped resources. Shay, Shay, what's your point? Shay, how does it relate to what Daniella is saying? I'm glad you asked, because what I want you to write down below, and this is what I want you to put in your notes, I want you to put, I will develop my resources. 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 Some of you got to develop your resources in your life. Women of Faith Entrepreneurs help you do that. Some of you have to develop your resources in your relationships. Women of Faith Entrepreneurs help you do that. Some of you have to develop your business skill set. Well, Women of Faith Entrepreneurs will do that. Some of you have to develop wealth habits.
Yes.
Women of Faith Entrepreneurs help you do that. Do me a favor. Just look right below the video, and you know you can get better. We all can. And just write these words. I will develop my resources. That's right. I will develop
my resources. Come on, I'm saying that with
Shay, why must I write? I will develop my resources. Let me share why real quickly, and I turn back over to Danielle. It's because people form habits, and habits form futures. Let me say that again. People form habits, and habits form futures. What I like about women of faith entrepreneurs is that we all slip into habits. We have these patterns. And so we've got to develop our resources to change these patterns and change these habits. And thus we change our life. It's a very simple formula. As my dad said, it's easy to do and it's easy not to do. If it's hard, do it first. It'll be hard today, tomorrow. I didn't listen to him. It took 50 years to get here, but guess what? I'm listening to him now. I didn't say I didn't make any mistakes. I just said I now learned. It took me a little longer than everyone else. That might not be you, but I made a commitment. I will develop my resources. That's right. I will develop my resources. And that's why I like what women of faith entrepreneurs are doing. That's what I like what Daniella is doing. Yes, she does conferences. Yes, she's available to speak on webinars. Yes, she's available to speak on a broadcast. Yes, she's available on a conference call. Yeah, you got to pay her. Yeah, I get all that. But she came to help you develop your resources. So as I see Chevelle putting, I will develop my resources. And Sheila said, people form habits. People form habits and habits form futures. Just like Alexandra said, the opposite of wealth is not poor. The opposite of wealth is underdeveloped resources. I will develop my resources. Today is your January 1st. Your past does not equal future. Happy New Year to you. You should say to someone, say Happy New Year. Only on this show do we have a Happy New Year's Eve party. Every night is a New Year's Eve party. Don't you love it?
Yes, good stuff.
You have to go do the work, and you got to make it happen. But Danielle Coffey, one thing she does, Daniella Coffey, is she helps you develop your resources. And isn't that what it's all about?
Yes.
Yeah, I like that. Women of faith entrepreneurs. It's possible. And the reason I mentioned that is that she said about being a happy entrepreneur, and while that's true, one of the things I do believe is that we can be happy, but we're not naive. We can be happy, but we understand it's not rainbows, unicorns, and cupcakes, okay? We can always be happy, but we don't work for free. We can be happy, but we don't work for free. Let me say that again. We can be happy. Someone write that down below.
Come on, please.
Put that a note for someone else. We can be happy, but we don't work for free. We can be happy, but we don't work for free. But happy doesn't mean we're always jumping up and down and smiling. We can be happy, but we don't pretend that our stuff don't stink, that we don't make some mistakes, that we don't have to get it right.
That's right.
Why do I say that? Happy doesn't mean you have all the answers. What happy means is what's on the inside of what you have that actually comes out on the outside. So you can be happy and you can be an entrepreneur, just like you can be an entrepreneur and you can be of faith. That is possible as I'm listening to you right now. That's why I say Happy New Year to everyone that's out there right now. Happy New Year. That's the mindset. That's the belief. That's the feeling. That's the emotion. More important, that's the action. We can talk about being entrepreneurs. We can read books about being entrepreneurs. We can show up at these broadcasts about being entrepreneurs. But until we take the action to discern, till we take the action to develop, till we take the action to dominate, then nothing happens without action.
That's right.
And I said discipline. So as we come down to the home stretch, what I like to do is I like to share these closing comments over to none other. First, I want to thank all of the folks who have been out there. Who've been out there, these digital note takers who've been taking notes, not in silence, but blessing someone else. These notes, yes, these videos go viral. I get it. Yes, others will see it. I get it. But you took time and you put your notes on a digital board so it could bless someone else. So let me be the first to say thank you, that we love you, that we appreciate you for all that you do out there. Let's also make sure we give Daniella a digital applause for all that she's done, sharing so much valuable time. I think this is the longest we've ever gone because of Danielle, but she has so much energy, I just couldn't stop her. We will have her back. She will teach the 5 steps to be a woman of faith entrepreneur. I'm going to make sure. Don't worry. I'm not going to let her forget it. No, you don't worry. You don't worry. I am on the case, Ace. I'm going to make a note and say she's got to come back and she's got to teach us how to be one. Today she talked about it, but when she comes back, I'm going to say, look, Daniella, Look, Danielle, can you teach the 5 steps to be successful as a woman of faith entrepreneur? I'm asking right now. I'm going to ask a favor. Daniella, on behalf of the Happy Entrepreneurs Tribe, no credit card needed here, where you come back and teach the 5 steps to be successful as a woman of faith entrepreneur.
Let me think about it.
Of course.
Yeah, sure.
5. I said 5. Don't come back with 1.
5 steps. I got 2. Just 5.
Don't come back with 7. 5. 5 steps. 5.
Gotcha.
Shay, how did you come up with 5? I don't know. I just thought that I had to come up with some number. I didn't want to say 3, so I said 5. And she's different. So if you said 7, she's going to say, oh, that's a number. No. So I said 5 purposely. I said that. Kimberly Manning. Hey, Kimberly Manning, thanks for joining. She never misses that. She's out there, boy. Kimberly Manning, I don't know how you do it, but she's there. Okay, let's look below the video. I had to do that. Let's look below the video, and let's just say, great job, Daniella. I'll put Daniella, thank you. Daniella,
much.
We appreciate you. Daniella, you're amazing. Let's give her a digital applause. The way we give them a digital applause for giving up their time. She has a husband she could be spending time with. She has a family she could be doing things with. She's probably like, Shay, I ain't gonna be here this long, man. Hopefully she wasn't cooking dinner and her husband's waiting to eat dinner because somebody's in trouble.
Not at 11:45 at night, no.
You know, you did? Okay, good.
Now some other things now.
Women of faith. Come
on.
She ready. She got
get out too. Come on now.
And she got some energy right now, Lord Jesus. She got some energy.
My husband loves you right now.
I love it. She go. Oh my God. I don't think anybody's ever said it. Oh my gosh. I've lost it.
What a way to end the show, Shay, okay?
I've lost control. I just lost
it. Lost it.
Why does... Okay. Carolyn Walkers is saying thank you. She said, Shay. Well, tell your husband I said hello. Tell him you come with the fire. You come with the fire. Jessica Alexander says thank you, Daniella. Sheila says bravo, by the way. Brenda said, let me think about it. Lots of laughs. Yeah, she thought about it all for 1 second, right? I love that, by the way. Carolyn Walker says, thank you, Daniella. Great job. Dara said, yeah, the clap. We appreciate you. Look, I want to give you the closing comments. For women that are out there, by the way, when the lights go off, and some folks are going to be over at happyentrepreneurstribe.com, so they'll stay in the conversation. Others are texting the word revenue to get the notes, get the replay, get some of the special highlights, also the business toolbox and the special gift, and invitation to some of the bonus training. They're texting the word revenue. You text the word revenue right now to 202-999-3515. Again, 202-999-3515. And you'll get all the details. And you've been here with none other than the Daniella Coffey. Daniella Coffey, I'll give you the closing comments for the person out there that's like, wow. Like Tashika Green, who says, thank you, Daniella. Still watching, by the way. Shavella Scott says, thank you so much right now. What are your closing comments to inspire, to encourage the women of faith entrepreneur to keep on going? Some women that are watching right now, they're married. And they've got to take care of a husband, or they got to take care of their kids. They got to take care of the house. They got to take care of take care of their business, and they work full time. And there's some that are single moms, and they're doing it all by themselves. Their mom and their dad. They're the discipline, and they're the encourager, and they're running their kids around to football games and soccer games and gymnastic and piano and all that, but yet they're here. And others are serving in their community, serving in their church, and an entrepreneur. So, you know, you've got a broad audience. You've got a tall order. You have other people like Mimi who brings her daughters on early on the show to listen in and hear encouragements going back and forth, and Sheila Reynolds, who's out there right now in Germany. What are your closing comments that you would share to encourage them, inspire them to keep on going? And let me say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I've had a lot of fun. We're going to do it again. I'm looking forward to your Motivational Monday thought of the week that you promised to share with the Happy Entrepreneurs Tribe from the bottom of your heart, so they can kind of stay in this conversation and get to know you over and beyond the time that they spend here. And you've also agreed to come back and talk about the 5 steps to success for women of faith entrepreneurs. So thank you so much. With that being said, I'll turn it over to you. And again, thank our whole digital audience. all the Happy Entrepreneurs Tribe, for all the love, for hitting the share button, for hitting the like button, for paying it forward. Without you, well, there is no show. Without you, there is no us. Without you sharing and suggesting folks for the show, it wouldn't be possible. From the bottom of my heart, and also Daniella's heart, and from the whole Happy Entrepreneurs Tribe, we say thank you. We appreciate you. We love you. And looking forward to connecting with you again. With that being said, Daniella, I'm going to turn it over to you.
So let me say, first of all, thank you, Shay, so very much. This has been an awesome experience. I mean, come on, tribe. I mean, happy entrepreneurs. You guys just rock. Thank you for your attentiveness. Thank you for hanging in there with us in this late midnight hour. I really, really, really appreciate that. But I do want to leave a word of encouragement with you. What you're dealing with and what you're going through right now is to make you the expert in your field. Remember, you're not going to be sympathetic. You're going to be empathetic. And remember, everything that you're dealing with, all things work together for your good. That means the good, the bad, and the ugly. Yep, the distractions. Yes, the people that told you no. Yes, the things that you thought were failures. They were setting you up for success. Yes, the detours. That is working for your good. Yes, the people that turned their back on you, that said you would never be nothing, that said you would never amount to anything. Yes, that divorce, that's working for your good. That relationship that they promised you one thing and they did something else, that is working for your good. Everything is working for your good. No, your time has not expired. Your time, let me say that again. Your time has not expired. You are on time for time. Come on. You are on time for time. You are right where you're supposed to be, in the place you're supposed to be. So remember, all things are working out for your good. All things is setting you up for success. All things is making you an expert in the field that you are. Women of faith, keep your head up. You will never fit in because you're peculiar. You're successful and you sanctified, which means nobody else can do it like you do it. The world is waiting simply on you. And until you show up, it can't get done. So show up, girl. Show up, man. Let's get this thing done. All things are working out for your good. Shay Brown, you the best. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks so much. You rock. Again, thank all of you for watching. Thank all of you for participating. I want you to know that this is your moment. This is your time, and the yet to come. With that being said, by the way, my name, by the way, is Shay Brown, the Happy Entrepreneur. Make it everyone, and I promise you, we close out, we'll make some good things happen. We connect again next time. Yes. God bless, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye for now.
God bless.
Please go ahead and give a big standing ovation for the one and the only Shay Brown.
And I'm here right now in this moment with none other than the one and only Dr. Willie Jolly. What's up, my friend?
It's a privilege and a pleasure and a treat and a treasure to be in your presence.
All right, Delator, we're going to get started. You ready, Delator?
I'm ready, friend.
You ready, Dr. Kenneth?
Ready.
You got, you know, none other than Andy Henriquez, and we have someone like a Dr. Sonia who's a bad sister. All right, now, go ahead with your bad self. None other than the Kim Warren Martin. That's the promise I made to my mom. I only did this message for one person, and that's my mom. This is for you, Mom. Love you. My name is Shay Brown, the Happy Entrepreneur. Make it a great day, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, Shay Brown.
Mic check, mic check.
All I do is win, no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up.
Yes. Yeah.
And they stay there.